everyday English podcast. Speak English fluently.
Okay, real talk. Have you ever wanted to invite someone out, give advice, or just talk about your weekend plans, and your brain just froze?
You knew the words, but it came out sounding like a robot reading a manual.
Yeah, that happens to almost every English learner, and today we're fixing it for good.
Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Lucas.
And I'm Maya. And today is a big one because we're finally tackling the words that control literally every conversation about the future. Can, could, should, must, and might.
These 5 little words decide whether you sound stiff and awkward or relaxed and natural. Same sentence, completely different vibe, just depending on which one you pick.
Exactly. So stick with us to the end, because after we break these down, we're giving you a real practice challenge. Not just watching, actually using them. That's the only way this sticks.
Let's start with the friendliest one. Could. If you say, "We go to the beach Saturday," it sounds like an order.
Nobody wants an order.
But say, "We could go to the beach Saturday," and suddenly it's an invitation. It's warm. It gives the other person room to say yes.
I use this one every single day. You could try the new ramen place downtown. We could grab coffee after work. It takes all the pressure off. Nobody feels forced.
Now let's raise the stakes a little. What if you're not sure something will happen, but there's a real chance? That's where might comes in.
If a friend asks about your evening, you don't have to decide right now. Just say, I might stay in tonight, not sure yet.
That's so much smoother than saying, maybe yes, maybe no. Might carries that same uncertainty, but it sounds like a native speaker, not a translation.
Now here's one people get wrong constantly, giving advice. If your friend is exhausted, you don't want to sound like their boss.
Right, so you don't say, drink water, you say, you should get some rest. Should is supportive. It's a suggestion between friends, not a command.
And it works both ways too. You should check out that show, it's really good. Isn't just advice. It's basically you sharing something you're excited about.
Okay, now the serious one. Must. This one carries real weight. If you're about to miss a train, you don't say, I should go. You say, I must go or I'll miss it. That's urgency.
But here's the twist most textbooks never mention. We also use must when we're excited, not just when there's a rule.
You must watch this movie. It's incredible. Isn't a command. It's enthusiasm. Same word, totally different energy, depending on the moment.
And finally, the one that shows respect. Can versus could. With your best friend, can you grab that for me? Is totally fine.
But with your manager, or someone you just met, switching to, could you help me with this? Instantly sounds more polite and professional. Same request, different level of respect.
That one small switch, can to could, changes how people perceive you in about half a second.
Now let's fix some real mistakes we hear all the time. A learner wants to give advice and says, you must to go to the doctor. That to after must is the mistake.
Modal verbs never take to right after them. Just, you should really see a doctor, or you must go.
Here's another one. We can eat lunch tomorrow noon. Grammatically fine, but stiff.
Try instead, we could grab lunch tomorrow, what do you think? Same idea, way more natural, way more inviting.
And one more. Maybe tomorrow I go to the gym, I don't know.
Upgrade that to, I might hit the gym tomorrow. Short, confident, and it still leaves room for change.
Alright, here's your challenge. And this is the part that actually matters. Comment below with one sentence about your weekend, using one of today's words. Could, should, must, or might.
We are going to read through the comments and reply to as many as we can. So don't just watch this, use it.
If today helped you sound a little more natural, that's the whole point of what we do here.
See you in the next one.